So what does the legalization of marijuana mean for you when you're on the roads? I spoke with one doctor today at Sunnybrook Hospital. He believes you're 3 times more likely to die in a fatal car crash if you smoke up and jump behind the wheel. He also says that counter-traffic measures, enforcement measures, are crucial, and if they are not rolled out along with legalization, he estimates 1,800 people could die every year on our roads from coast to coast.
Well, I think motor vehicle crashes are a widespread cause of death and disability, killing about 5 Canadians each day on a national basis.
5 a day?
Well, from a baseline of about 5 deaths per day, up to potentially 15 deaths per day. And for each person who dies, another 20 are left personally disabled. At Sunnybrook, we are not looking for extra business.
Are we ready to properly enforce impairment from marijuana on our streets?
Other countries have been ready and rolled it out successfully. I use the example of the Netherlands there, where marijuana has been decriminalized for many years. But it was accompanied by very effective policies for maintaining road safety, in particular photo radar, red light cameras, and random sobriety checkpoints.
There was more of those than we have here.
Exactly right. And so that when other countries have rolled out legalized marijuana, they've done so with their eyes opened and instituted at the same time various countermeasures that are effective for traffic safety. Dr. Don Redelmar formed his opinion after co-authoring this study that looked at the spike in fatal car crashes on 420, the annual day around the world where cannabis users spark up in unison for a variety of reasons. Today at Toronto Police Traffic Services, OPP officers were there receiving standardized training for detecting when someone might be driving impaired after using marijuana or another substance. Only about 300 of Toronto's more than 4,800 officers have received the roadside training, and TPS only have 15 drug recognition evaluators who are trained to definitively detect if someone has smoked up and jumped behind the wheel. So we don't have any approved devices yet to swab or what it might be to test for THC in someone's system?
That's correct.
Do you feel that we're ready to properly enforce people who might be under the influence of marijuana on our streets?
We obviously do not have all our officers trained in the SFST program. That is something that we are working towards, but the reality is it is something that we started long ago and that we continue to increase our numbers.
Any idea when we might have a marijuana screening device available for officers here in Toronto and across the province?
I know that it is currently under review. I do not know when it's going to be approved, but as you can imagine, once the Lieutenant Governor decrees the data, which it's now received royal assent and comes into force, you can only imagine that the government will also put that in lockstep with any sort of devices that will be available to officers and the time to get those devices to the officers.
Clint Stibbe with Traffic Services wouldn't commit to additional traffic measures being added similar to what the Netherlands did. He did have an interesting point, though. Even with legalization, if you have a medicinal license to use marijuana, if you use and get behind the wheel, you can still be charged with impaired.